A heartfelt, honest, and slightly chaotic exploration of love, timing, friendship, and emotional contracts we never sign but always obey. This review is based on content from Ruth Kadiri 247. All rights belong to the original creators. This review is for commentary, reflection, and entertainment purposes only. Let me ask you a question before we begin. Have you ever loved someone who was good for you, but not good for you at that moment? If your answer is yes, then Love Treaty is not just a movie. You'll feel like it's reading your diary. Love Treaty is one of those films that sneaks up on you. It doesn't rush, it doesn't shout, it simply sits with you, pokes your emotions gently, and then, when you least expect it, hits you with truths about love, commitment, fear, and friendship that are painfully relatable. This is not your typical Nollywood rom-com filled with exaggerated villains and dramatic coincidences. No, this one feels uncomfortably real. The opening: love, hope, and cracks beneath the surface. The movie opens on a quiet, reflective note. Dee, played by Mari Sam, shares a touching story about being in a malaria-stricken village where a little girl hands him a drawing of the sun. In the middle of suffering, she draws hope. That image becomes symbolic. To Dee, love is exactly that, the sun in the middle of chaos. And for a moment, you believe he has found that sun in Beatrice. But here's the thing about sunshine. It can be blinding if you stare too hard. Over dinner, what should have been a romantic, intimate moment quickly unravels. Beatrice drops the bomb. I can't do this anymore. No cheating, no abuse, no dramatic betrayal. Just pressure. Dee is already talking marriage, Christmas photos in matching pajamas, forever plans, and Beatrice isn't there yet. She admits he's a good man, kind, intentional, loving, but she's not ready. That breakup scene is raw, awkward, and painfully honest. There's no background music to soften the blow, just words that sting because they sound like things we've either said or heard. And just like that, love ends, not because it's bad, but because timing is cruel. Heartbreak, best friends, and emotional band-aids. Enter Jenny, Dee's best friend, the loud, protective, sarcastic cheerleader we all need after heartbreak. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She's there to hype him up, insult his ex a little, and remind him that life doesn't end because one person walked away. Through Jenny, the movie highlights something important. Romantic heartbreak doesn't happen in isolation. Friends absorb the shockwaves too. Dee throws himself into work, and honestly, this man is good at what he does. A brilliant professional presentation earns him a massive project, proving that while love may fail, purpose doesn't wait for healing. And here's where the film starts doing something clever. While Dee's romantic life collapses, his career soars. Meet Tenny, strong, successful, and emotionally exhausted. Now let's talk about Tenny, played brilliantly by Ruth Kadiri. Tenny is not struggling. She's not desperate. She's not waiting for a man to save her. She's a career woman, a lawyer, ambitious, successful, and visibly tired. Tired of traffic, tired of emotional labor, tired of being strong all the time. She's in a casual relationship with Clay, a man who enjoys the benefits of commitment without the responsibility. He doesn't want labels, but he expects loyalty, care, food, and emotional availability. Sound familiar? Their relationship slowly reveals itself as deeply unfair. Tenny gives, adjusts, waits, and Clay stays comfortably undecided. And here's where the movie shines. It doesn't villainize Clay loudly. Instead, it shows how emotional neglect can be louder than cruelty. Friendship, banter, and the elephant in the room. Dee and Tenny's friendship is the heart of this movie. Their conversations are effortless, teasing, sarcasm, inside jokes, laughter that feels earned. They show up for each other without pressure or expectations, and everyone around them sees it before they do. Friends joke about them ending up single at 35. Parents raise eyebrows. The audience? We're screaming internally. Because here's the truth the movie subtly asks. How often do we overlook love because it doesn't arrive with fireworks? The breaking point. when casual finally breaks you. The turning point comes when Tenny finally snaps. After celebrating a huge career win, she comes home hungry, exhausted, and emotionally empty, only to realize she's alone in everything that matters. Clay doesn't show up, doesn't care, doesn't commit, and she ends it. No dramatic begging, no tears on the floor, just clarity. That breakup is empowering because it shows growth, not rage. Tenny chooses herself. Distance, realizations, and emotional near misses. Dee later reveals he'll be traveling for work to Zambia for months, and instead of dramatic airport scenes, the moment is casual, too casual. That's when you realize something terrifying. They're afraid of naming what's already there. They joke about rom-com cliches, they laugh, they deflect, because acknowledging feelings means risking loss. The love treaty proposal. Then comes the most memorable scene in the movie. While watching a film together, Dee jokingly proposes a love treaty, a practical agreement between best friends to commit, invest emotionally, and see where it leads. At first, it's a joke, until it's not. This moment is brilliant because it captures something many adults crave but rarely admit, a love that feels safe before it feels exciting. No games, no chasing, just partnership. Old rivals, new pressures, and social comparisons. At a school reunion, Tenny meets Queen, successful, married, pregnant, thriving. The conversation starts polite, then slowly becomes uncomfortable. Subtle jabs, unsolicited advice, the familiar pressure of timelines, marriage, kids, age. And just when it feels like society has cornered Tenny, she drops the truth. She's engaged. To Dee. Not flashy, not loud, just real. The message: love is not a race. Love Treaty ultimately isn't about romance, it's about emotional readiness. It asks hard questions. Can love grow from friendship? Is commitment a trap or a choice? Are we afraid of love or afraid of failing at it? The movie doesn't pretend love solves everything. Instead, it suggests that the best love is one where both people choose each other consciously. Final thoughts. This film is for people who've been told you're asking for too much. Best friends who feel something more but are scared to name it. Adults tired of games and emotional ambiguity. It's soft, witty, relatable, and honest. Not perfect, but human. If you enjoyed this review, please check out my YouTube channel, Flicks and Feels, where we break down movies with heart, honesty, and real conversations. Share this review with someone who needs it. Comment, do you believe friendship can turn into lasting love? Subscribe to Flicks and Feels for more movie reviews that feel like therapy. Until next time, love intentionally.